welcome back to Let's Talk. I'm your host, Kathleen. Hey guys, welcome back. Here I come to save the day. Like I said, not so much. I'm shocked. Joel Osteen did not open his doors. Guys, and I've heard so much feedback. I've heard so many people coming to his defense. I've heard it all. I've heard well, it's a business, so the liabilities of him having someone there, and then let's just say somebody get raped or mugged or they die while they're in his church, he's responsible for it. Let me tell you something. There is a big difference in being a pastor and being a business person. Your very first priority, Jesus' first priority was to save souls and to save people in crisis. Or, the people he met, they needed him right there on the spot. Johnny on the spot. I'm not feeling this. I'm not. Really? Dude, if your church is like a stadium and is elevated and clearly the area where people could have been seated out of wet, cold rain and floodwaters, I would have opened my church. I'm just not giving it a pass. I'm not. And then to say they asked him, you got to go back and watch the video. He was like, the first time they asked me, wait a minute, you didn't volunteer? You didn't jump on board and say, come on in. Definitely take Lakewood. People, I got a problem with that. You can defend it all you want to. But that is why Jesus ended up in a manger, because people didn't have room. Yes, I just left it there. And I like what Tupac said. We have all these buildings, all this money. What is it for? Is it for us to be living the high life, or is it for us to give back and be prepared to give back, for God's sakes? What in the world are you preparing for? He said on this earth we're going to have trials and tribulations. He said all this stuff is going to be happening. Okay, church, prepare for the stuff that's going to happen. That's how you win souls, by being ready. When things happen, when a crisis happens, the church should be the first to respond, along with the first responders. I'm done. Guys, do you like these chips? Have you even heard of them? Let me tell you something. This is my new go-to for puffy, cheesy goodness. Seriously. I had to throw that in there. And have you heard about people taking out the real Velveeta cheese, the fake Velveeta cheese, and putting the real Velveeta cheese in the fake Velveeta cheese box? I can feel that. You know why? I be craving Velveeta cheese. But here's the thing. I cannot afford it. I cannot afford to pay $7-8 for a box of cheese. So I haven't had Velveeta cheese in about, I don't know, it's probably been a good 2 years. I try to find, coupons, and I can't. I can't even find coupons. They 50 cents, off. And that's not enough. I need $2 off so I can buy a box of cheese. So I totally get it. I get it. The desperation for cheese, I get it. Ooh, I'm mad at Joel Osteen. Yes, I did just go back there. But anywho, what about Mayweather and McGregor? I'm going to tell you something. I watched it just for entertainment purposes. I was not expecting a fight, like a real fight. I was not. I just was not expecting it, because I know Mayweather as a boxer, and I know his craft, his skill level he's the champion, for a reason. This guy is skilled. He's a skilled boxer. His timing, his position, his rhythm, his technique is glossy. And I'll give credit to McGregor as an MMA fighter. I'm a big fan. My husband and I, that's what we do. We buy pizza and we watch fights. I love it. So I'll give McGregor his props. I mean, in his lane, hey, he's competition. But Mayweather, no. No. But good job on catching that purse. You know what I mean? Getting that bag. Good job on that, guys, because it was entertaining. And boy, McGregor, you got whooped. I mean, wow. But 35 million put me in the ring with Mayweather. I'm next. I know I'm a woman, and he gonna beat me down. And I ain't even trying to talk about his domestic violence situations, because that's too serious for me to even play with. But for $35 million as a boxer, I would take a chance. Okay? Just don't mess my brain up when you hit me. And I'm just going to fall. I'm going to practice falling and being knocked out. That's what I'm going to do. Okay? Donald Trump. Why is everybody quitting on this dude? I mean, America, I don't know, how do you need a white flag, a blue flag, a red flag? What type of orange flag? We need an orange flag. It's over. This guy never should have been in office. Oh my God. When I heard him say, oh my God, in Houston, what a crowd. I'm glad you all came out. When his wife showed up in a crisis situation with stilettos on, a bomber jacket, hair slayed, sunglasses. I'm just like, oh God. Guys, I'm rubbing my temple right now. I was like, oh God, are you serious? Did you guys just show up like that? Did those words just come out of your mouth? Good crowd, great crowd. What? How? Reminds me of the story in the Bible when God told the people, you don't need a king. You don't need a king. I'm going to help you out right here. Just listen to me, follow me. I got you. And the people were like, we need a king. We need a king. We need a king. And he gave them one. And it was a disaster. That is what this is like. People, please continue to resign. Please. Heather Heyer, and I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. God bless her family. This was such a tragedy. Like, really, God. I mean, oh God. This was such a tragedy. And I mean, what are these people thinking? Okay, I'm going to get in my car and I'm just going to plow through a crowd of people. God, I'm just so sick of this racist retardation, because that's what it is. You have to be. And I know, let me just say first to her mom, to her family, to the real Charlottesville community, because as it was explained, with me listening to the governor and the city officials, that was not Charlottesville. That's not how they do things. I'm hearing from, reading things from those on the college campus. That's just not how they roll at all. So first, let me say my condolences, my sincere condolences, my prayers to the family. Still, her mom being brave enough to even just speak, but I love the power in her voice, to say, hey, look, my daughter was not out there alone, and she really stood for a cause. And it's sad that her daughter was standing for a cause against racism in 2017. I'm rubbing my temple again. I just am. Because I think no. First of all, these people are retarded. I know back in the day they said that homosexuals were retarded or had some type of mental problem. These people are slow retarded. Like, I'm for real. Racism is so retarded. That's why it's hard for people to wrap their mind around it. Because it's just so retarded. And the thing is, I would like for people to practice, I believe it's Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, where it says, because execution is not carried out against the person speedily for what they're doing, for whatever crime they committed or whatever, they continue to do evil. I want to put to you, like Dick Gregory said, if you punish these people, if you make them pay, they will stop doing what they are doing. I guarantee you, if you lock them up, if you punish them, lose their jobs, and that right there is a deterrent in itself. It will change a lot of minds when they find out it's going to hit that pocket. And that was like the perfect segue for me to talk about this cop who tells this white lady, we only kill black people. Haven't you watched the news? And some people were saying, oh, he didn't really mean it. It was just bad, poor sarcasm or whatever. No. There's like officially no time ever to make that statement. Now, I'm going to be ticked off if this guy is fired, which it apparently seems like he's going to be fired. But then he collects severance pay and a pension check and all of these, nice amenities for being racist. Because back to the Heather Heyer situation, if these people go unpunished, like for real, they will continue to do this. And they said this guy's been a cop for 25 years. I would go back and investigate every dead person in the area, especially black, because, seriously. And going back to Hurricane Harvey, my heart, when I saw this house on fire, everything in me crumbled. Everything in me my heart was just overwhelmed with prayer and I could just feel the pain. I could feel the pain of, my house was flooded one time when we had a real bad flood in our city. A couple of times I've been in the flood, actually. One time when I was about 13, 14 years old, our city flooded, West Memphis, Arkansas. And then another time when I lived in another small town in Arkansas, in Earl, it was like in 2003, maybe, 2, the city flooded. When I tell you, when you lose everything, like every piece of furniture that you've bought, and you have damage and you need repairs, and people got to put you on a boat and get you out of a neighborhood, and my heart, when I just saw the photo of the burning house and the elderly people, and oh my God, that just made my heart melt. It was just like, oh my God. People, make sure you donate. I'm telling you, when you lose every piece of clothes, pictures, furniture, things you work hard for, when your walls have to be gutted and new, it's just such devastation. Please donate, and donate to a trusted source. I'm donating my money to TD Jakes Ministry because he has set up all of these helps for victims of the hurricane. And I'll donate in a couple other places too, but make sure you donate. $10, $5, send a bag of clothes. I don't care. Do something. Guys, this has been I don't know what edition this is of Let's Talk, but that's going to end this show. I'm going to come back because I want to talk about Tasha Cobb and her collaboration with Nicki Minaj. So guys, I'll see you next time. This is Let's Talk, giving you alternative facts, honey.